Welcome to Abu Dhabi Civil Defense Authority Best Practice presentation. My name is Noor. I would like to welcome Colonel Swedan Al-Amiri and Lieutenant Colonel Ali Rashidi for being leaders for this workforce planning approaches. Before I start with the best practice, I would like to briefly introduce the organization. Abu Dhabi Civil Defense has around 6,000 employees located through three different geographical locations, Abu Dhabi and Western Region and Al Ain. We have over 50 services provided to the community, and we manage around 700 plus productivity KPIs. We have 322 processes, and we manage 76 different firefighter centers. The best practice was deployed at branches level, knowing that we have 400 branches, and the total number of organizational units within the authority is 545. We have 127 job titles, and we have 4 different job categories: civilian employees, special contract employees, police officers, and police staff. The best practice actually, in a very innovative way, merged the science of mathematics, statistics, and modeling in order to decide the best number of people that we need across different times of the year, and to know where is the right location. So the right employee at the right time at the right location. We have different approaches. We need to have different approaches because we have different nature of organizational units. Some units, they are freshly new. We don't have any KPIs for them. So we use the base demand approach, where we just allocate some resources to activate the unit, like one manager and one operational staff. The constant demand approach is a type of approach that we use for units that need a constant presence. For example, I need one person to guard this firefighting centers or this store every day for 24 hours for 365 days. We use the constant demand approach, non-stopping demand. We have the seasonal demand approach, and this type of demand actually requires immediate response, like receiving an emergency call or responding to a firefighting incident. The manageable demand is something that you don't need to respond to immediately. You can postpone, you can schedule over time, like processing a leave request. And sometimes we use the event approach, where the firefighters or the ambulance staff need to present at any public event or public or private event, just in order to be ready for any response in case something happened. The internal benchmarking actually used when we have similar functions. We have 76 firefighter centers. We can compare their performance together and set productivity targets accordingly. And we have the administrative type of units, like those who process the leave units, the purchasing, and so on and so forth. They are common across all organizational units. We group them together and we compare their practices as well together, their performance together. And we have the external benchmarking, which have been used, and we learned a lot from this exercise. Actually, titled this event or this approach as an agile approach. Agile approach, we are calling it agile because actually it helps us to achieve resource fluidity. And resource fluidity is the ability of an organization to reallocate and reutilize staff based on the business need. Here we are showing you how we are actually studying. This is for the operation room, actually. Every hour, how many people we actually need versus the type of demand for every hour. And this is actually how we utilize this information by knowing how many volume of calls we have on the top day, second day, until the 5th day. And we know the maximum per hour in that day. So according to this statistic, we can know like the 3rd shift has the least amount of demand. Accordingly, I should allocate the people to the 1st and 2nd shift mostly. By this, our resource will be more agile and more fluid and direct toward the business need. For the results, we have financial and non-financial results. The financial results actually have been gained after having the ambulance staff driving the cars and staff reallocation. We allocated around 3,000 employees have moved to different locations or different shifts. Staff availability have been improved, and this actually resulted in less staff that we need from the government, and we optimize staff utilization. All of these actually resulted on the amounts per dirhams that we actually highlighted during the description of the result in the entry form. While the non-financial results have been achieved through increasing the people awareness by having 175 overall field visits, 52 workshops, improved branches productivity level by 150 employees out of the 400 actually improved their productivity level, and EPC activation. We have 5 employee productivity centers. As we mentioned, these centers are actually branches under every sector that used to manage this initiative for every sector. In order to sustain the continuity of these approaches, we have actually built these branches. We have actually got approval from the government for 3,033 employees extra on the 6,000 employees we have. And these workshops that I mentioned, 52, actually 543 people get benefit from them. These are actually just the amounts that we save in terms of working days. How many days we have saved based on the minimization of absenteeism and sick leave days. And this is the staff index. This is the staff index. This is a worldwide index, 88.4%. And this is the reduction of the staffing requests. The most important actually achievement is that we were able to meet the response time of 6 minutes for Abu Dhabi, 8 minutes for Al Ain, and 10 minutes for Western region. We had a recent benchmarking visit to the Singaporean Civil Defense Force, and we shared this practice with them, and we shared it with our strategic partner, the NFBA. In order to sustain the continuity, and after the reviews, we realized that it's really to have a target operating model for EPCs to manage the operational level as well as the daily activities of the management of workforce. So we have EPCs that manage, and I highlighted 10 tasks for them that they always do in a regular basis. For strategic level is being managed by the Human Resources Department. And we have many people that actually oversees the effectiveness of this approaches. We have the Executive Council, Abu Dhabi Finance Departments, Finance Affairs, and we have the EPC Committee, Selection and Recruitment, because they are responsible about the vacancies. And we integrate different systems in order to extract the KPIs from them. And this is the next step. We're planning to get these to ISO about workforce planning. And we are planning to cascade now the productivity from branches to every employee. And we would like to sustain the motivation of the EPCs by awarding them some awards for those who are actually will excel in terms of productivity measurement and management. We are planning to award them. And for the optimization, we are planning to optimize some of the systems and the processes in order to enhance the measurement of different KPIs. Thank you very much.